In this presentation, we'll be learning a very important topic, word problems. So word problems has to do with translating sentences into mathematics. And when the word problems, we'll be paying attention to the one we call sum, the one that involves sum. And we'll have to remember what sum is. Sum is the answer you get after addition. For instance, if you add 2 and 3, we say 2 plus 3. So when you add up, you are going to get a result. So the result is 5. So this 5 now is what we refer as a sum. So when you add 2 or more numbers, the result you get is what we call sum. So we are going to look at the word problems that involves this sum. So we start with an example. In this example, we are told that the sum of 4 consecutive whole numbers is 54. Find the numbers. So in handling this kind of situation, there are some words you must understand. For instance, if you look at this, whole numbers. So we ask ourselves, what is a whole number? A whole number is a number without a fractional or decimal part. For instance, numbers of this form 2, 4, 8, and so on, 9, these are whole numbers because they don't have a fractional or decimal part. So this is what we refer as a whole number. Then, let's look at this English word, consecutive. When you talk about consecutive, you are looking at things that follows each other. So in this particular case, you are talking about the consecutive whole numbers. You are talking about the whole numbers following each other. For instance now, suppose I want to look at whole numbers 3. If I want to start from 3, and you want to look at 4 consecutive whole numbers starting from 3. So you are looking at the numbers that follows 3, whole numbers that follows 3. So after 3 you have 4, then 5, and you have 6. These are 4 consecutive whole numbers starting from 3. So this is a particular case. In this one now, we are looking at 4 consecutive whole numbers. But these 4 consecutive whole numbers, we are not told where to start. That is the issue. So we don't know where to start. So the starting point is unknown. That is the fact. So the starting point is unknown. And remember, whenever you have unknown, you use variable to represent it. So the unknown could be x. So supposing we are starting from a whole number x. So what means now, how do I get the next whole number? We go back here. For instance, this one we have 3. To get the next whole number is 3 plus 1. And that gave us 4. To get the other one, 3 plus 2, you have 5. Okay, then to get the other one, what do? You have 3 plus 3. This gives you 6. So that's actually how to start. So now we are looking at 4 consecutive whole numbers. So these 4 consecutive whole numbers, the starting point is unknown. We don't know where to start. So now, because we don't know where to start, the starting point is unknown. So let's represent the starting point with x. So this x is the first number. Now to get the second number, the second whole number, you add 1 to that x. To get the third whole number, you add x plus 2. And finally, to get the fourth one or the last one, it becomes x plus 3. So these now are the 4 consecutive whole numbers. Now, the question says that the sum, so the sum gave us 54. And what do we mean by sum? What we mean by the sum is that when we add up, if you add up this, this, and this, you are going to get 54. Because 54 is the sum, which means the answer you get after addition. So what it means therefore now, if you have x, you add it up to this one, x plus 1. You add it up to this one, x plus 2. You add it up to x plus 3. So after the addition, you are going to get 54 according to the question. So all we need to do now is to just do the addition. So because we are doing addition, you collect like terms. So the like terms is this x, 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 x. So when you collect the unknowns, you're going to have x plus x plus x. There are 4 of them, plus x. Then you look at the numerical values, the knowns. This is 1, 2, 3. So when you add them, you have plus 1, plus 2, and plus 3. Everything is giving us 54. Then if you add up x plus x plus x plus x, to give us how many x? That will give us 4x. So we have 4x. Then here, when you add up, 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 3. That will give us 6. So this gives us 6. Everything is 54. So now, we can still go further. What are we looking for? The question said, find the numbers. So we want to find each of these numbers. These are numbers, right? We want to find them. But you cannot find these numbers without, first of all, getting the values of x. So you need the values of x. Okay. So to do that now, you have to allow this one that has x to stand alone on the left-hand side. So what do? We have to remove 6. So to do that, we say subtract 6 from both sides. So we're going to subtract 6 from both sides. Both sides is to maintain the equality of the equation. So if you do that, you have 4x plus 6. Then you now subtract 6. Then you go to the right hand side where you have 54. You also subtract 6. So at this point, plus 6 minus 6 will give you 0. So it is gone. So we are left with only 4x on the left hand side. Then here we have 54 minus 6. That will give us 48. So we have 48. Because we are looking for x, we want x to stand alone. So we have to remove this 4. But this 4 is forming an impediment. So you have to divide everywhere by 4. Divide here by 4. So when you do that, you see that this 4 will cancel out this 4. And this 4 will divide 48. And that will give us 12 here. So what have we done? So we have gotten our x to be equals to 12. The question is this: are we done? We are not done yet. The question says we should find the numbers. There are 4 of them. So these are the numbers now. So here, the number here, we got x to be 12. So here we have x to be 12. Then here you have 12 plus 1, that is 12 plus 1. Here you have x, which is 12 plus 2. Here you have 12 plus 3. So when you add up, so here is 12. Here is 12 plus 1 will give us 13. 12 plus 2 will give us 14. 12 plus this will give us 15. So the 4 consecutive numbers we are looking for is simply these 4 numbers. And that's what we have.